Best time of the week is back, or best time of the fortnight, should I say?
Episode 11. I'm great, mate. How are you?
11. How good's that? Who thought we would get here? I mean, last week we were like, wow, double figures.
Absolutely no one would have thought we got here. But we're here, and as they say, fake it till you make it. So onwards and upwards.
Speaking of double figures, mate, who would have thought that I would have made double figures on my return to the cricket field?
Well, not many people, according to the Instagram questionnaire.
Very true, which we will get onto. But there's something bigger, first and foremost.
Probably the biggest thing and the biggest just human to ever exist. And we thought we'd do this off the bat because it doesn't get much bigger than this.
It doesn't. I mean, when you think of legends in society or inspirational figures through history, I mean, I don't know, Martin Luther King.
Obama.
Yeah, Obama. Goggins.
Yep.
Ned Brockman.
Yep.
But does anyone even come close to Big Mont?
There's no competition at all.
There's not really. And last week, we got a voice message through from Kane Fisher who said, give the people what they want and get Big Mont live on the pod. And that is exactly what we are about to do. Big Mont, can you hear us, mate?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Here we go.
Lovely, here we are.
We're having a few technical difficulties. We've just got you on the speaker, straight into the mic. Mate, it is so good to hear from the legend himself. How are we?
Yeah, not bad. How are we?
Oh, I've never been more aroused.
Better
in
now.
my life.
I'm so excited.
Makes two of us, mate.
Look, mate, straight off the bat, the last we heard from you, I believe you had just started your new bail conditions, perhaps. Just give us an overall life update.
Oh, yeah, so I forgot to put a new update, but I've been to court.
Yeah, right. And how did that go?
Better than expected.
Good. What did they say?
There was possible massive fines, but luckily since first offence, it was only a small fine, under $1,000. 6 months community service though.
6 months community service. So what will that mean for you?
I'm not sure. I'm off to Exmouth tomorrow morning for 2 weeks, so that's a later problem, to be honest.
Well, I think this can count as community service because he's doing a big thing for the community here.
Oh,
So
yeah.
surely that goes towards it.
I'll let him know. And get back to you, but it's wishful thinking.
Look, mate, obviously we put out that, in a theoretical world, what if Big Mont was on the pod? What would people want to know about you? And we've got a few. Let's hear him.
Yeah.
Off the bat, Cam Daglish has said, has Monty ever considered his future or is he just living in the moment?
Cameron would be right in saying that I'm living in the moment, to be honest. I've thought about it from time to time, but again, it's a bit of a later problem.
No, that's the way to look at it, mate. There's no point living in the past or the future.
Cameron tomorrow and letting him know my thoughts.
Yeah, great. We've got one from Aaron, who asks, how big is Big Mont? And has specified he wants this answer in kilograms.
Oh. Let me go check.
This is a live reading.
Have you got the scales handy there, do you?
Yeah, got it right here, mate.
All right, let's see. Let's hear it. How big is Big Mont?
Oh, dead on 85 kilos.
Oh, Big
Okay.
Mont.
Big one.
And is
So
that just pure bicep?
Oh, I'd say about 90% leg.
Leg,
Yeah.
okay.
But Kane has said here, what does a Friday night look like for Big Mont?
Oh, to be honest, my Friday nights haven't been very exciting in a while. Just consists of working in a pub, to be honest.
So you work at a pub.
Yeah.
Would you be otherwise banned from the pub?
Oh, yeah. I mean, every place that sells alcohol, I am not allowed to enter.
Right. And am I correct in
Except
saying that
for
your
work.
2 jobs is working at a pub and working at a liquor store?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
it's one entity. It's a bottle shop and a pub.
Amazing. So you've beaten the system there.
Oh, no, you're allowed to for work purposes, but, I mean, I'm sure that'd still let me in the pub if it wasn't working.
It sounds like if you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah, exactly.
And speaking of beating the system, mate, just on a side note, of course, you were banned from all venues and events, so you just decided to create your own. How was the 60-30?
Look, it was a bit of cash in the bank for me, if I'm honest. It was fairly decent. I mean, we sold $1,000 in ticket sales.
Right.
Well done.
It was fairly decent, actually. But it is a pub at the end of the day, so we couldn't have it late. It started at 7, finished at like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at the start of it was fucking just everyone sitting down, like too awkward and sober to get moshing.
Yeah.
They were good DJs, we'll say that.
Very good, mate. Will there be another one on the card soon?
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking to create some more events, and there's been talks from my manager about a potential beer festival. What was the name for it? Some sort of like beer sports carnival sort of thing.
Sounds like something that we could get around.
Definitely, we'll make sure to get around this one.
Yeah, it'd be good, but the only thing is we've got to fuck around with liquor licensing and all that shit because we can't encourage binge drinking.
Oh, rubbish.
Yeah,
No, it's terrible.
liquor laws are fucked.
A quick one from Jay. He asks, how many guys have you kissed on a night out?
Look, if there was a number, I wouldn't be able to tell you
Okay.
because genuinely, I'd say one.
That's good.
Good
I'd say
strike rate.
most of the night out.
Next one from Caleb here. He said, what's your go-to whiskey? Because we all know Caleb loves his whiskey. So he's wondering, what's Big Mont's go-to whiskey?
I am holding a bottle of my own whiskey right here, right now.
Your own
Your
whiskey.
own whiskey.
Yeah, Big Mont makes his own.
That's class.
Big Mont does it all.
Yeah, double oaked for 6 months, mate.
Wow.
Far out.
Goes down like a charm.
Is there anywhere we could purchase some of this Big Mont whiskey?
Yeah, it is. That's gonna get me in some trouble, but yeah.
So the official line of statement is no, it's not available to purchase and it's never been created.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. This is all for entertainment purposes only, and anything I've said in this is not usable in a court of law.
Understood. Well said, Big Mont.
Yeah.
One from Jess. She just says, get your license, mate. Hurry up and get your license.
Yeah, that's a fair call.
Look, mate, it has been a pleasure and a half to have you on the pod. We hope this isn't the last time, that's for sure.
Oh, nah, you'll be hearing from me a lot. Always happy to tell my stories for a couple laughs.
Great to hear from you, mate.
That's all it's for. A couple laughs and nothing will be taken to the courts at all. So we appreciate your time, Big Mont. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, cheers. Cheers for having me, boys.
Hear from you soon, mate. Take care.
Yeah.
What a way to start the show. Or the pod. Or the show.
Anything.
Anything you want.
What?
I didn't expect less, to be honest, from Big Mont, and I'm glad he has some more stories to put out to the public.
I mean, it's great to hear. Great to hear from him live. Just having a conversation. It was an honour almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an honour.
Cricket, mate. I know that people tune out at this point, but
From one extreme to the other. Big Mont, now cricket.
How did you go on the weekend?
Yeah, it was a good day. It was a good day for cricket, and Saturday sort of brought back my love for the game a bit, especially seeing you go out there and have a good stick with the bat. So it was a good day all round, and yeah, I love the day. Had a bowl, got a pole, which is always nice.
Economical.
Economical.
Put the team in a
as
good
per usual.
position.
Yep, put a team in a good position, and then we're having a bat this week, which I may or may not have a stick. Not going to speak into existence just yet, but yeah, I was just honestly just really disheartened about the answers I was getting with the predicted run scorers, and it was pretty. I'm not going to say disrespectful because they were all, probably very close to what I would have scored. But again, like just a bit of faith from the audience maybe would help me, continue my career on the up instead of going downwards.
Yeah, look, the predictions that people put up are yet to be seen because we put up let's have the combined prediction, and you're yet to bat. It's a 2-week game, so we'll save it till next ep.
Yep.
To really go through how close people were. I tried to play my role.
Oh, you played a role beautifully.
An unbeaten 10. Off about 30 balls. So I mean, look, coming in with 9 overs to go and operating at a strike rate of about 30 probably isn't what the team was after. But I had fun. I wasn't trying to clog up balls. I just couldn't hit one out the middle.
Been there.
But it is what it is. So could probably my first and my last game of the season. To be honest, I wasn't really worried about what was happening with the bat. I was worried about what was happening on the mic.
The mic was probably some of the greatest content I've ever heard in my life, and the engagement in the comments we got off that post was absolutely unreal.
Yeah, so we said 100 likes for Regan to do this next week, and I think it's sitting on about 140. So you've got no choice, mate.
I've got no choice. All right, I'll make a deal. Setting this out there straight now. So next game, I'm pretty sure we're on Frogbox next week. If and when I bat, I'll have the mic on.
Great. Perfect. Cannot wait.
There you are. Then again, I was thinking about it, and like it just may not even be worth it in the end because it's just going to be like a 15-second clip of me walking out there and then walking back.
Look, I mean, short content's good these days.
It is.
So
it gets the viewers' eyes rolling, and good viewership on TikTok, I'm sure. So
100%. Speaking of underdogs, I mean, obviously, people doubt our cricket abilities, but sometimes it pays to be an underdog. And I mean, I've experienced it in the last couple of weeks, and I just wanted to make an inspirational statement for the underdogs out there, the ones that defy the odds through scrutiny. So, if you wind your minds back to last episode, the public holiday beer pong tournament, I was doubted to the extent where the Facebook event description singled me out as the one that you don't want to be partnered up with.
Oh, you're kidding. It's never ideal.
Then came out and delivered one of the most clutch sporting moments in Australian history.
Some would say a star was born that night.
Some would say that. To be a redemption shot away from losing and to hit that cup, albeit in the losing grand final, it was literally just to avoid the forfeit.
Yeah.
So, look, okay, fair enough. I probably did live up to the low expectations by ending up in the losing grand final, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Hit that clutch shot. So, silence the doubters. This week, it was a different challenge. Backyard basketball tournament.
Wow.
Now, there was a few comments going around, on the Facebook event at footy training, suggesting that, again, I might be the teammate that people don't want to have. So I woke up on game day and I thought I'd let them know. Posted into the event with a photo of a quote from Big Shaq saying, "I really get motivated when I have doubters." And I said, "Get up, it's game day. Been hearing I've got to start again. Get up, it's game day. Been hearing some negative press surrounding my abilities heading into this tournament. rest assured, I don't see this as a negative, but only extra fuel to prove them wrong. Nothing makes me more inspired than an underdog story. I love it from behind. See you on the court, bitches. Game one.
Well said.
Proceeded to not touch the ball for the first 15 minutes. Got carried by the big Ryan Patience. Last shot of the game to win the game. Hit the 3 to win the game.
Bang.
Clutch. To talk about silencing the doubters. Talk about the underdog stepping up in the moment. And I just felt like all of this mindset was coming true. I then proceeded to not hit a single point for the rest of the day, and we lost in the grand final and lost the prize money. And I was probably the worst player by a country mile. So yeah, look, probably the moral of the story is if you're getting doubted at something you're not good at, they're probably right. Don't bother.
But if you didn't have that moment, the day would have been even worse.
It would have been.
Would people bring up how terrible your performance was throughout the whole day, or would they bring up that one moment?
I'd like to think they would bring up that one moment, but
You would
they
hope
didn't.
so.
They
That's-
didn't. No, they brought up how shit I was for the rest of the day.
That's when you realise they're just not your friends, and all you need is yourself, and everyone else who is hating they're hating because they just want to be you. You know?
Yes.
And they saw you hit that shot, and then they just wished on just poor efforts throughout the whole game. So
Look, that's the inspiration. That's the inspiration for the day. Moving on to what we're here for. We want to hear from the people.
Yeah.
It's the People's Podcast.
it is.
Couple leftovers from last weekend in response to what happened on the long weekend. These people responded just too late, but we're going to ask them now.
Well, we include them, even though they're a bit late, but it's the people. Aaron has said, Ronan losing his pants.
Yes.
Context?
Yes, that did happen on the long weekend. Look, not intentionally from my end. Look, we had a big...
Consensually?
No.
Not consensually?
No, not at all.
No, okay.
Look. Yeah, look, we had a big Saturday. We were on a boat and we went out and then had some kick-ons. There was maybe 10 of us at kick-ons. I'd had a big day. I was a bit sleepy. So, look, I just thought I'd go and have a nap.
Yep.
And William Mont, great man, but yeah, he apparently stole my pants and then proceeded to throw them on the windowsill of a 2-story house. So I couldn't retrieve them. So I was a bit confused when I woke up.
Yeah, you would be.
Thinking,
You really would be.
Oh boy, where are my pants?
Oh boy, how'd they get up there?
How'd they get up there? So yeah, look, had to climb on someone's shoulders to retrieve them, but yeah, that's all right.
Next one.
William will be seeing his court date very soon.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think you would sentence him to a few. Cooper has said, bunch of dudes drinking White Claws on Australia Day because that's all that was left. So I think he's asking...
Well, that's just his response to what was happening.
what was happening.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Thoughts on that?
No problems with it. I don't think White Claw's all that bad.
No?
Little bit.
I don't mind them at all.
Not much flavour to them, but they do the job.
Yeah.
Nothing
Nice
nothing wrong with that, Cooper.
Sparkling water.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yep.
Moving on to this week. Quick one from Sahib. What's the best sausage roll you've ever had?
These are the good
Oh, shit. Sorry, let's just come through this. Just need to find something. Anyway,
Okay,
yes.
sorry, I'm a bit rattled by that. Best sausage roll. It's screaming. It is screaming. Probably either a bakery in Dunsborough or Bustleton.
Yes.
Yeah.
How's the what's it called? Miami Bakehouse on the way to down south. It's like I think there's 2 of them on the same strip of road. Miami Bakehouse is fantastic for a
Bakehouse.
sausage roll or a pie.
Oh, nice.
Um,
And you can't not have a jam and cream donut as well. It just has to happen, doesn't it?
great, cool.
Yep.
Aaron following up on last week, so he sent that voice message and he has apologised for the sound of the engine in the background,
Yep.
meaning we couldn't actually hear the question.
Yep.
He has said, "Hey lads, clarifying the voice message. You guys pretty much hit the nail on the head, but it was more nothing to do with the girl being involved." He just said, "If a guy wanted to pay to sleep with you, is it worse if it's a random or someone you know?" Because we perceived it as if there was like a multi-person event.
Oh,
happening.
okay. So
Yes.
our imaginations are just a bit,
Yes.
out there.
Yeah,
but
yeah. He just says, "Okay, just one, just a guy wants to pay you to sleep with them. Is it worse, random or someone that you know?"
Pay a girl to sleep with them, or pay?
Well, I don't know.
anyone.
Is he asking directly us?
I don't know.
Let's just say it's someone of any
Any gender.
any gender, and presumably you don't want to sleep with them because they're having to pay you, which isn't great in the first place. But if they're having to pay you, is it worse, random or someone that you know? I think it's worse if it's someone that you know.
Worse, something that you know, 100%.
Just make it a random person and
Yeah.
then never see them again.
Yeah, no,
If
that's not something we condone. I don't think.
Or just probably say no. If
Probably. If you don't want to, just say no.
if it's getting to the extent of money, then you probably don't want to.
Yeah.
Quick anonymous one. Have you guys ever done an aqua turd before? So feces in the ocean.
Yeah, I have before. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. It's on a and what was it in Out the Red?
You're kidding.
Yeah.
In
No,
the
no, I mean I'm not kidding. No. No. Yeah. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Yeah. Mate, I was out the back getting barrels on my boogie board anyway. No one was there. Actually, probably Coops was there. Maybe it floated over and like a bit of, contents got onto him, and that's why he's just become the person he is.
Genetic.
This is the genetic
compound.
It's like Thunderstruck, the basketball movie with Kevin Durant, but instead of it's me and Cooper with my aqua turd.
That's an outrageous analogy, but maybe that's what happened.
It's the only possibility. I couldn't think of anything else. What is hard work and talent? Nothing.
I can't say I have ever done that. I actually haven't. I've genuinely not. Angus Clouston, haven't heard from him in a while. He just wants some clarity on this photo of Ryan Hammond. Looks like he's doused his pie. He's unpacked it.
Yep.
He's got the meat out of the pastry
Sliced it.
and then drowned it in ketchup.
Yep.
Questionable.
That is, for anyone seeing that for the first time, you're probably just like, what the fuck? But for me, I've seen that multiple times from him, so it's honestly not something new. But, I mean, again, you're eating all the same contents of a pie. I mean, I guess it's a bit less messy. Maybe it's a bit more formal with a knife and fork.
I can know that's
But,
outrageous. That's
yeah,
criminal. You cannot unpack your meat pie.
It's very, especially because, a meat pie is very, an Australian icon. And it's only right if you take a bite of the meat pie and you're wearing an all-white shirt like you are right now, and there's just meat pie all over. Those are the best meat pies.
It's the only way to do
It's
it.
the only way.
Speaking of Ryan Hammond, can you give him... I mean, we've already talked about it, so you can give him some clarity on this.
Ryan says, need Regan in a mic'd up next session. Yeah.
All game day.
All game day. I was thinking, honestly, probably... I'll give both a go, maybe, and we'll see. Training would be fun though. Training would be fun.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, I was honestly practicing a bit last night with my chat at training. Yeah, yeah, it was good. I feel like I'll bring some good content.
Yeah, and that's more important than the batting itself.
Yeah, 100%, and I was absolutely whacking them as well,
Excellent. Middling them, as always.
as always.
And another cricket one. The people will be loving this. This was through the Google forms. Named himself as Mini Prez. You might have better understanding of that.
Yep.
Mini Prez says, I've got a couple ducks in a row. I think it's 3 now, and asking how to get rid of this streak of ducks and start scoring some runs, especially when the players take the piss out of you on the field.
So Mini Prez actually did see this one, and I sent. It is an actual person. Does refer to himself as Mini Prez, as you could if you work it out, the president of the club's son.
Sure. Yeah.
Yep.
And
And I did send him a screenshot and sort of say, did you like write this? Because I honestly don't reckon it's him, but you never know. It could be. A couple ducks in a row for Mini Prez.
he's coming to the wrong place for cricket advice.
Yeah. Well, I am playing with him on the weekend.
Great.
He did keep very well. But Mini Prez, it's still time to come. You've played. He's a cricket nuffy, old Mini Prez. He's probably played about 500 cricket games, and he still has plenty more left in him. He's just a little guy, and he has plenty more cricket left in him. So, mate, the Ducks, trust me, when you're going to play 1 gazillion games of cricket, like I know you will, I think don't worry about some Ducks.
Good on him. He loves the game. He keeps plugging away. He's an underdog. He's an underdog of the world, but he keeps plugging away. So definitely come to the wrong place. He is asking how to get rid of this streak and start scoring runs.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't be able to help him there.
This one was also through the Google Forms. Apparently this is from Obama. So
I heard he listens.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
And he's probably not even the biggest name that does listen to the podcast.
No, definitely not.
It's a big name podcast. Obama is asking, what's your thoughts on Donald Trump? And we'll finish that one there. added a bit of extra.
Bit of extra.
So, I mean, he said at the end, I give you the N-word pass and I'm Obama, so it's real coming from me, trust. Probably not gonna.
As much of an honour it is, Obama, we're not gonna take that privilege. But thoughts on Donald Trump?
Oh, look, it's American politics isn't normally a topic of conversation on the pod. To be
not
fair,
at all.
when we get the lovely ladies from the other Sunday Debrief pod, maybe we can ask them this question.
Because who's there at the moment? Biden still, or is it Trump again? I don't know.
No, it is Biden. I don't think Biden knows that he's president anymore.
No,
He's
so old, man.
No
way he can run a whole country.
He's a genuine space cadet. Like some of the videos you see of his interviews, you're like, surely this is a joke, but it's not. He's just a genuine space cadet running the most powerful country in the world. It's quite scary, actually.
It is.
So I don't know. Maybe Trump will be more switched on than him.
Yep.
Who knows?
Who knows? Sorry, Obama.
So
I'll bring Obama
bring
back.
Obama back.
That's probably what he was wanting us to say.
True.
He's going to clip it up and play it at the next election. So like, these blokes from Australia
And
are telling me to come back. They're not even in our country.
funny, the big T-Swift, Taylor Swift, she announced a new, I don't know, I think she announced an album or something important. Someone, a customer into my news agency came in. He was like, I read this report where with the amount of influence and followers and stuff that she had, T-Swift could swing an election by endorsing either of a candidate. And I'm just thinking that we could probably do the same and more.
Yeah, 100%. So who could we do that for in the Australian election? I think
probably ourselves.
Or we would put ourselves up there. Yeah, 100%. And as our deputy, I think we should have Yubsy.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yep.
And Mini Prez.
He's always he can be the mini deputy.
Excellent.
Yeah, 100%.
On to some more stories. Tell you what, I had a quick scan through this one. This is quite something.
I didn't read this one actually. I was saving this for the pod, so we'll give it a read. This one's from Sahib, a long time listener and a big contributor. So he said, so I've got this mate who had a drinking event on during the day. So he went back home after the party. Sure, it was a Saturday. That is terrible. Whatever. He then, as you do, apparently asked a girl who lives in Floriat to come up north about 30 minutes to pick him up and go back another 30 minutes to her place. Anyway, the story tells its own, but the funny part was what happened the next morning after this kerfuffle.
It's a great word, kerfuffle.
It is. My mate, who will remain nameless, told me that he woke up about 7 a.m. and had the beer shits. Relatable. With or without beer. It could be coffee as well, because that definitely gets you. He really needed to go like bad. So as you do, he checked to see if the girl was awake. She was not, and proceeded to and proceeded to head to her ensuite and I'm just going to say obliterate her toilet. He then described to me as he painted the bowl on the inside brown. He said it was the most diabolical thing he's ever done. After this, he cleaned the toilet and, as he said, in quotes, sprayed some really nice smelly stuff in the toilet and hopped back into bed for her to go drop him all the way back up north, 30 minutes to his house.
Wow.
Way to use the facilities.
Well, as you said, if you got to go, you got to go.
You do have to go.
So, look, I think he's played that one quite well.
He has, because that could have definitely been a clogged scenario. Could have, and that could have, ended things a lot worse.
Yeah, I mean, he sounds like he kind of got away with it. She was still well and truly in slumberland in the early hours of the morning, and he's taken the opportunity, and he's done well. He's sprayed some of the nice smelly stuff, and then
and he's done it in the toilet as well. So he's honestly
you'd hope so.
Yeah, well, what did it say here? Sahib described it as painted the bowl on the inside brown.
That's not ideal.
So you would hope that was the toilet, not the sink or anything like that. But
very strong language used.
Yeah, very strong language. I'm surprised.
Annihilate the toilet. It was the most diabolical thing he'd ever done. Good on the bloke.
That's probably a 9 out of 10 performance. That I reckon. It's very
amazing.
good.
Very good. Speaking of Sahib,
from the Google Forms.
From the Google Forms.
And just quickly before we start, I think the Google Forms has now, conjoined itself for people impersonating other people.
There is the danger of that.
There is the danger of that we have realised now that that's probably all this is going to be from now on.
I get the feeling that this was not written by Sahib.
Yeah, and there's a few coming up, and this will probably be from last week and probably for weeks to come that are probably not written by the person they say they are, but then again, they could be. So do with it as you will, but we have absolutely, we're not. If you're listening, don't take anything into account that we say, but also maybe do, because it could be true. So I'm just putting that out there.
So, allegedly, my name is Sahib Sandhu, and I have a confession. I like it up the arse. But more importantly, I share a special kink with the renowned physicist Mr. Hawking. And I'm going to end that one there because the rest of
That's probably a good call.
That was probably borderline, and the rest of it steps well over the line. As I say, I have my suspicions that Sahib didn't write that.
Yeah, you're probably correct. Yeah. Yep. But way to kick off the Google Forms. It's definitely an out there one.
Something.
And this is a one from Yubsy. He's been all over the Google Forms lately, whether or not it was from him. I did get a message from Yubsy last week after the pod, and he said he's filing some accusations for impersonation through the Google Forms. Because
so do you reckon this one's him, or do you reckon this is an impersonation?
Look, I'm not going to say it is or not, but that's up for the viewers' discretion. And I will again, they can let us know. They can message me Yubsy could be like, hey, that wasn't me.
Yeah, and we can clear it up.
But for now, this is from Yubsy. He said, hi there, gentlemen of the Sunday Debrief podcast.
Gentlemen.
Very, very formal. Does sound like Yubsy so far. I would like to give myself a personal shout out for drinking 50 beers in 12 hours on the Triple J Hottest 100 countdown day. A magnificent effort, which me, Regis, witnessed. Cheers to me.
Cheers to you, Yupsy.
Cheers to you, Yups.
Even Big Mont would be proud of that.
Yeah.
Now, can you clarify? Can you verify whether this is true or not? 50 beers in 12 hours.
50 is quite a lot.
That's a very hefty amount of liquid.
But I can confirm during the countdown, I'm going to say, give or take, 15 Tigers.
15 Tiger beers. What are they worth?
I'm not sure, but apparently he had quite a few vodka Red Bulls at the breakwater after, and they were adding up. So you never know, could have reached the half century. Okay. But again, it would have had to do a bit of hogging of the strike and getting a good strike rate up there.
So he's put in a good shift. Biggest Dickus has said, a few years ago, a few of us decided to hit up Paramount, which he thinks is the worst nightclub in Perth. The DJ says whoever gets the most rowdiest wins a $100 bar card. So one of my mates goes, hold my fucking drink, heads near the stage and proceeds to take his shirt off and waves it around in the air. Can't relate. The DJ then gives him the bar card and we're all celebrating that he won it, but that celebration was premature as he got kicked out by the Secchies.
Was this you?
It actually was not. No,
I thought it
genuinely
would have
not.
been you.
Genuinely not. I know a lot of anonymous stories on here do end up referring to me, anonymous, without mention of it, but this one is genuinely not. Good.
Yeah, well, it's pretty disappointing end to the story.
I think that's harsh.
Oh, it's so harsh.
I mean, I understand the DJ isn't employed by the nightclub, isn't, linked with the security guards necessarily, but he's put the challenge out there to be rowdy. This bloke has, risen to the challenge and gotten rowdy, and then the Secchies kicked him out. I think that's not on.
It's not on, especially for the $100. That's a good 2.5 drinks. That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe maybe the actual reward for getting rowdy was not having to be in Paramount anymore. So the Secchi was like, yep, you've won. You get to leave now. You don't have to be in this shithole anymore.
Yeah. Sounds like he was doing him a favour by the sounds of things. All right, next one. Anonymous, in brackets, your favourite house DJ. Says, my good friend, we will call him Beers,
Good nickname.
got with an absolute minger on the weekend. P.S. My mate Jackson Wine Pool is an absolute cat. In brackets, meow.
Thanks for the clarification.
P.P.S. I drink more beers than anyone, and Butterdon should have been number 1 on the hottest 100.
So no surprises who this anonymous house DJ is, really. Great to see that Fisher listens to the podcast.
Yeah, it's good to see, and would have thought he, would have promoted himself and his music a bit more. But may or may not take that first bit out. But again, we'll see in the editing process. But a couple of meows and Butterdon for number 1. Apparently, would have been better than that absolute ramble that was number 1. But good to see the favourite house DJ getting amongst it.
Yeah. Quick. Speaking of that, the absolute outrageous decision that was number 1. Good to see that old mate Tommy mate.
Yep.
He was happy with the shout out.
He loved it.
It looks like he's doing well on the old ticket.
Yeah, I heard through the grapevine, because of that video we posted, he's now going on tour globally around the world.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Because that's just what happens when you get a shout out, or you're on one of these podcasts. You just go global.
Such is the influence. Last one through the Google Forms. Again, I don't know if this one was written by Sahib, but it's allegedly from Sahib. He said, I'm taking a really big shit right now.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
It's better out than in.
That's it. When you need to go, you need to go.
You do.
All right, good on him for letting us know. Thanks for that, Sahib.
It's probably that, now I think of it, it's definitely that, the death row meal, KFC order. Sounds like it's just gone straight through and then finally making its way through the bowels and getting out.
It's gone
straight
through the system. Now, we put the quick fires up a little bit late today. We have a grand total of 1 question.
It's better than none. Not my burner. Okay.
No, it's not.
We got an actual real person.
No, and always a good contributor. Jana, just a quick, good show recommendations.
I'm guessing this is referring to maybe like a Netflix
Yes,
show
I'd imagine. Yeah.
Or something like that. Not sure. I haven't watched much stuff on Netflix.
Actually, I've just been watching Dating on the Spectrum recently.
Oh, yeah.
It's quite intriguing.
Yeah.
It's sometimes I don't know how to feel. I'm like, is this wholesome or is it designed to make you laugh? Is it making you laugh with or at the people involved? But
I get what you mean, but I think I'd say the intentions are there for it to be wholesome and
which it is. There's some
a loving thing, better than the other the old Married at First Sight and
Oh,
whatnot.
yeah,
It's a
Married at
lot
First
better
Sight's
than
been
that
on-
sort of
Yeah,
sort of jazz.
yeah, the people on dating on the spectrum are actually likable. Like, there are some great characters on there.
Yeah.
Married at First Sight has been on. I wouldn't say that's a recommendation, but it's each to their own.
No, not at all.
It's along the same lines of a Love Island, Bachelor. There's anything is content.
Yep.
Anything can be made.
We could make a pledge to Channel 7 or 10 and just say, we got this recording here for an hour. Play it prime time with some ads.
Maybe
There
we
you
should
go.
do our own the Sunday Debrief Bachelor. If there's any mates out there who just really want to find a bizzo, then maybe we could help them out.
Like the Sidemen.
Yeah, 20v1.
Challenges. 20v1.
The 20 on, yeah. Yeah, Sunday Debrief Bachelor. The problem would be we'd have to get like 15 to 20 girls to agree to be on it.
Oh, not a chance.
Not a chance. I never talk to that many women.
I'd like to bring something up quickly. If you
Go
would
for it.
just, this one is actually like probably the hardest hitting. What's the opposite of a compliment?
Insult.
Insult. That's one. Just open up TikTok quickly.
Open
Please.
up, sorry.
TikTok.
Okay.
Yep. And on the Sunday Debrief account, and look at a possible. I know comments shouldn't get to me, but on the haircut.
Oh,
Video.
okay.
Okay, and just read it out. The people who know this individual will.
Okay. So, yes, the reel of your haircut.
Yep.
A TikTok account by the name of Blood Clout Benny said, "Looks like Bevo.
Fucking
Give us a gulp, mate."
fucking Bevo.
Can
Yeah, are you aware of
I'm
Bevo?
not, mate. You're gonna have to elaborate on this.
It's probably one of the. You just don't want to look like Bevo. Let's just put it out there. He's a. I'm not gonna say. I don't even know how to. You know those people who just like post stuff and they're just like famous just because like they're just a random and they just
Yeah.
look. And there's this bloke. He just looks like an absolute. Maybe I look. What did I get called again? An antelope. So maybe me and him both look like antelopes, and his he's got, I don't know, something wrong with his like teeth and like jaw or something, and he like when he like chews food, he like doesn't chew, he just like swallows it. It's like so random, but like you may need to
So that's
even just look him. I'll look him up on the internet while you get something up, and I'll try and get a good photo. He's actually got like tooth surgery now, so he's got a good set of bucks. So maybe he's referring to the good Bevo. I'm just gonna look up Bevo.
Do you know who Blood Clout Benny is? Do you know?
No idea.
Oh, that's even worse.
No idea.
So this is just this is just someone in the community has just seen you and, oh no, mate.
Look at
How
this
have
guy.
you been?
Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Is this
Look at this guy.
spitting image?
This is the stuff I have to put up with on the daily. Getting called bloody Bevo.
Yeah, that's rough.
It's rough, but I mean, if people see me as Bevo, they see me as Bevo. But yeah, not the most ideal. I guess my haircut's sort of like Bevo's lately. Well, his is a bit more of a muffin.
Well,
but,
to be fair, I mean, the reel was about the haircut. Maybe that was
was
what he
it.
was referring to. Fuck, that's harsh, mate.
Bloody Bevo.
Just as you're swiping through there, it is almost footy season, so we'll get a tipping comp up and about. Sunday Debrief tipping comp.
Oh, yeah.
Figure out some sort of prize for that.
As you get the usual emails, I will probably give up about 2 or 3 rounds in. Not because I'm bad at tipping, but because it really, I've spoke about this a couple of times, it actually really affects my mental health.
Yeah.
Like I honestly
I get stressed.
get so stressed out, and if it doesn't go my way, it honestly ruins my week.
Okay.
It's like when you pick a good, nice pick for fantasy, and you're going either way, and you pick one, and then he tears his ACL in the first 5 minutes, it honestly ruins my week, and it there's nothing that could get me back up. So, yeah.
But we'll put it out there. People who want to jump on board,
Oh yeah,
Absolutely
people go for it if you're more mentally strong than I am. So
Yep.
definitely.
And a quick one, following up from last week, we introduced the concept of, at the time, we were saying fact or waffle.
Mm.
So,
We've changed that a bit. You've given it a new
yeah,
new
it
slogan.
rolls off the tongue.
It does.
Okay. There's the concept, fact or yap.
Fact or yap.
So, if you remember from last week, the concept is we get some outrageous stories. Some of them seem almost hard to believe. Therefore, the segment of fact or yap, send us in either true outrageous stories that have happened, or you can make something completely up. But you got to try and make us try and believe it. It'll be up to us at the time to distinguish whether is this fact or is this pure yap, pure waffle, completely made up. Then we'll put that out to the audience during the week. Let us know. Do you think this is fact? Is this yap? Follow it up with us the next week and let us know. Was this true or was this false?
Sounds like it's going to be a great segment, and definitely some of the people and listeners can get around because they've already taken into account just using other people's names and putting stories there. So they're already getting onto it before we've announced the segment. Have you got any fact or yap on the top of your head for the viewers to maybe we could also come in with one and put it to the viewers if it's fact or yap.
Yeah, very good. Look, I mean, if we're just giving you some examples straight up, have a look at some of what we've just read out today.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
distinguish which ones were true and which ones do we think people have completely made up. So the first one from Sahib, his confession, probably made up, probably yap.
Yeah.
Yubsy drinking 50 beers in 12 hours, 50, complete yap, that's made up. Biggers Dickus with his mate's rowdy $100 bar card, I think that's fact.
I reckon it's fact too. Yep.
Your favourite house DJ saying that his mate got with a minger on the weekend.
And
It's easy to. It's easy.
I'm a bit on the because we don't know who this mate is, Mr. Beers.
Yeah. And Sahib taking a big shit. That's probably fact.
Probably fact. Yeah.
Whether it was from him or not.
Yeah, but the statement's definitely fact. Yeah, 100%.
But look, release your creative minds if you so wish, or just let us know some of the most outrageous things that has happened in your life, in someone else's life.
I'm looking forward to it.
Quick refresh. No more quick fire questions, of course not.
Pretty standard.
Of course not.
Pretty standard.
Anyway, mate, pleasure as always.
Anything on for this week?
Not playing cricket tomorrow because I'm on a boat tomorrow on a Bucks party.
Nice.
How about yourself? I know we're not going to, what's it called, Laneway? Anything else planned for the weekend?
Just preparing for the big day on Saturday, mate. Big cricket game.
Yeah, good.
Other than that, not too much going on.
Very good. That's speaking of, to be fair, people might be listening to this on the Monday for a Laneway hangover cure. Maybe they're listening to it at Prees.
Yeah, so if there's
they're probably not listening to it at all.
Yeah, most likely. But if they somehow stumble upon misclick and listen to this, if there's any content from Laneway, make sure to send it in. Yes,
absolutely. And before we tick off, just not to end it on a down note, but more of a appreciative note. Just wanted to give out an appreciation to my wonderful grandfather, Jimmy. Unfortunately, we lost him a couple of weeks ago. There was a wonderful celebration of his life yesterday afternoon, Scotland time, last night, our time. And I tell you what, if there was one bloke who could probably just create his own podcast, if back in his day this was a thing, he could just have you just engaged for multiple hours, just absolutely yapping some of his stories and his made up poems and songs, and just one of the all-time great blokes who could talk to anyone, and he is indicative of what the Sunday Debrief is all about. So big shout out to Jimmy.
Shout out Jimmy. And I'm sure Jimmy and his folks of the older generation would just listen to some of these stories and just be like, boys, we did this every single night.
So true.
I don't know what you guys are doing. Like, these are just like, they probably wouldn't even put this in.
Wouldn't even
It's just
bat
that
an eye.
normal. So, yeah, I can definitely see Jimmy and the lads definitely forming something of this if this was around, and they would be doing a lot better job than we are.
100%. All right, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your weekends, enjoy Lone Way, stay safe, and we will catch you in a week or two.
Yes, Sunday debrief. Woo.
Come on. Okay, let's go.